Actor Mark Feuerstein played Cliff Calley back in the day in the popular series of West Wing. Remember that?
Yes, that was going back. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Take you on a walk down memory lane.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Now he's starring in a new comedy inspired by his own life. It's called 9JKL. This time he plays Josh Roberts, a newly divorced actor who moves home to his New York City apartment. And right next door are his meddlesome parents, his brother and sister-in-law, and their newborn baby. In this preview, Josh has a hard time dating because mom right next door.
You know what? If we stay quiet, maybe she'll go away.
Oh! What's going on?
Perhaps I don't quite understand your relationship with your neighbor.
Yeah.
Joshua?
Why don't you go check out the terrace?
Joshua?
While I get rid of her. Beautiful view, especially at night. We had our moment.
Oh, thank God you're okay.
Of course I'm okay. I was in your apartment 10 seconds ago.
First, I don't like your tone. And second, I forgot to give you this. That actor you always go up against got a terrible review in his new play.
Mark Feuerstein is also co-creator and executive producer of the series. Welcome to the table and the CBS family.
Thank you. It's a real honor. Whoa, my chair's going down.
Careful.
Just got a lot shorter.
Here's the thing.
Anyway.
There's a thing on the side that you can
I'm okay at this height.
Okay.
I'm fine.
No, you can,
I look up to you people anyway.
you can pull it up,
it's
Mark.
Natural.
But I love the dialogue where she goes, wait, I don't like your tone.
Yes.
That's such a mom line. I don't like your tone.
And Linda Lavin is so fantastic.
Plays your mom. But this is
so
inspired by
amazing.
your own family, Mark. What do you mean?
It is. It is loosely based on my own family. There was a period of time when I was shooting the show Royal Pains here in New York, and I have a wife and 3 kids in LA, so to save money, I lived in the apartment that my parents owned next door to the one that I grew up in. So every morning my father would come in his tidy whities. Mark, what do you want for breakfast? Do you want eggs? You want French toast? And at night, after a 15-hour day of shooting, my mother would be waiting by the door like a gunslinger in a nightgown. Would you like to come in for a salad? Maybe a black and white cookie from Pick a Bagel? Anyway, that was my day. And then for a period of 2 years, my brother, his wife, and their baby were living in the apartment on the other side. So it was like a Feuerstein sandwich.
It is a show.
And I talked to a producer, and we're like, this is a show.
There you
this
go.
feels like a show.
This falls under the category of write what you know.
That's right. That's exactly what, like, kind of the advice that I followed that led me to create the show with my wife, Dana Klein, who is a brilliant writer, and who we were lucky enough to get to help create the show.
Brilliant writer and great taste in men, we should say.
Thank you, Gayle.
But let me think about this, Mark, for just a second. Is it hard writing and working with your wife? Listen, she's an accomplished writer because she wrote with friends, too, for a while, so she's not new to this profession. What's it like with the two of you working together?
It was a natural progression because I've worked for her in my household for the last 15 years.
There you go.
So we just brought it to the workplace.
There you go.
No, she's fantastic. I mean, she wrote for Friends, for Fresh Off the Boat. She had a show on CBS called Friends with Better Lives. And she knows my family. I mean, who knows this material better than my wife? And so I'm so lucky to get to work with her every day, and we spend so much time together. And we've only had a few moments of tension, and we haven't killed each other yet.
That's
and
good.
our kids come to the tapings, and it's now a family affair, both in the source material and in the creation of the show.
Before that, how'd you get turned into acting? Because I think I read somewhere you were Princeton and thought about either international relations or law.
Yes, I would have been talking to you on a very different front for many years, I hope. But I had been following, the track to get into a good college, and then the track as a New York private school kid to get into a good law school, and I was trying to build a resume at all times. And then one day, fate just took me to an audition for a play, and it changed my life. I was just so inspired.
It felt like that was home.
It just felt right, yeah. Whether it was the rush of making people laugh or cry or just telling stories, I fell in love with it. And I did 15 plays at college and went to London to study acting, and here I am today.
What did your parents say?
Yeah.
They were not thrilled at first, but they were incredibly supportive. That I didn't know that. Only behind my back would they share that they were, like, we sent you to a great college, and now
this is what you're doing.
This is what you're doing. But they've been so great. And
then you've got Linda Lavin and Elliot Gould playing your parents. What is that like for your parents to see those two playing them?
They're so thrilled because they love Elliot Gould and they love Linda Lavin, and the two of them have such amazing chemistry together.
They're tad obnoxious in the play. I mean, in the show. Yeah.
So there was an awkward moment during the taping of the pilot when my mother, the character of my mother, yells at the character of my brother. She goes, "You don't like to visit with me?" And then I turn to my mother and yell, "Neither do I!" And then they yell cut, and I run to my real mother who's in the audience at the taping and go, Ma, of course I love to visit with you. This is just a TV show. We just wrote a comedy based on my life, and we have to be funny, but of course my favorite thing is to sit with you and talk about the day's events. So yes, there are awkward moments,
And
but
your
my parents
daughter's a critic,
did press
too.
with me all day yesterday. My father and I cooked his mother's spaghetti on the Rachel Ray show yesterday. I mean, they're very supportive.
Well, let's just say this. We are all pulling for you as a member of the CBS family.
Thank you
I'm
so
very
much.
excited for
I'm
you.
so thrilled to be here, and we're so excited to
For
be
you
on
and Dana.
CBS.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Mark Feuerstein and Dana Klein pulling for you guys. You can watch the series premiere of 9JKL on Monday night at 8:30, 7:30 Central, right here on, you better get used to it,
On CBS.
There you go.
There you go.